Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. I gotta come up with something new here. Yes, it's still me. What did I say? Yeah. Anyway, post market wrap up Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. This is really not a laughing matter at all. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of self preservation mechanism, for me. But anyway, before we even talk about the market, I want to explain a few things, or maybe kind of, I don't know, recover some of this real quick. Again, looking at the end of last year. All right. I said repeatedly, 2024 war. I just hate the fact that it even rhymes. I'll be honest with you. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But what you're seeing now, and I'm going to show you proof of this in just a moment. This is going to go. Not only is this going to go on and on. Okay, I actually let me let you in on a little secret here. Gerald Salente and myself are at odds with this. We were speaking a couple of days ago with regard to where we saw this thing going with regard to the United States in a war. He does not believe it's going to be protracted. Not only do I believe it's going to be protracted, it's going to vastly expand. You really have to know why this is happening and what you're looking at. We have already discussed repeatedly for years that the Federal Reserve, who runs the U.S. military, as we all understand that, they call the shots. They're the ones that funds the Pentagon and everything else here. Make sure the big wig, brass are very well taken care of. Jay Gunn, thank you. Anyway, so with that, they'll kill millions of people, maybe tens of millions, to keep the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. Now, we understand this war, again, has nothing to do at all, zero, with some soldiers that were killed, and my heart does go out to the families. Whether it's not really happened, I don't even know, but let's just assume that it did. Okay. The attacks on the U.S. bases, which are going on unabated, just in case you don't know. Again, we're going to talk about this in a moment here. Nor does it have anything to do with shipping. This is about a message. It's really a war that is developing between the United States and its coalition partners. Again, not one is a BRICS nation, and of course the BRICS alliance. Now they're going to light up. The United States and its coalition partners are about to light up the Middle East to prevent yet another OPEC nation from even thinking about joining the BRICS alliance. I mean, we're talking about Iran, quite obviously. Iran is an OPEC nation here, and we're about to, light up the entire Middle East with this entire thing, and that's where this is going to go. So I just want you to be aware of it and just be ready for it. On the back of that, there are a few things going on here. You know what? While we're on that, let's talk about this. So this is the Wall Street Journal. I want to read this to you, and we're going to clarify what's happening. Hip checker, thank you. I appreciate that. So the Wall Street Journal, are you ready for this? So Iran-backed groups continue to target American bases and, of course, shipping. 2 more ships just got hit, and there was some damage on one, as the United States plans further strikes. Now, it goes on to say, United States airstrikes failed to deter Iran's allies from targeting bases and ships and everything else here. Now, the groundwork is being laid for, again, a much more devastating war, a much longer war, a much wider war. On the back of that, just in case you were wondering, this is Yahoo Finance. The truth is always hidden in plain sight. So what we have here is oil traders are piling in. They're piling in because they expect crude oil is going to surge moving forward. Again, we're going to light up the Middle East. We're going to light up Iran and everywhere else we got to do, again, to send the message to the BRICS nations: do not threaten the petrodollar, do not threaten the U.S. dollar as the world reserve, and don't even dream about joining the BRICS nations I did an interview yesterday with John Dowling. I think a lot of you have already seen, and he asked me, what nation do I feel um, is going to be next in line to join the BRICS? I didn't answer the question because I believe, in fact, I think I framed it like, we're going to see where this goes, because the United States is sending a message. Don't even dream about it. Do not dream, think, fantasize, or whatever it might be over joining this alliance, because we will kill all of you. Again, this is the Federal Reserve, the enforcement arm of that, of which is the United States military, including its nuclear arsenal. They will point that outward or inward, anyone they want to, just in case you were wondering. So oil traders are piling into the market. Again, imagine my shock, imagine your shock. So that's something else that's going on. Now, this is where I may freak out, maybe just a little bit. So what do we got? What do we got? We got Lex Luthor, who came out, was it yesterday? Neil Cash and Carry over there, the freaking freak. The man's demented. You can tell. It's all in the eyes. The man's demented. But not only is he demented, here's the bigger story. Yesterday he was telling us, the Fed can wait, the Fed can wait, the Fed can wait. Now today they floated out none other than Loretta Freak Show Mester. When I mean freak show, the woman is a ghoul of the highest order. And she kind of is parroting, her freaky friend over there. But this is what Powell had to say. All right, are you ready? And this is kind of interesting. So this is today. Fed Chair Powell says the Federal Reserve remains on track, to cut interest rates 3 times this year, more than likely beginning in May. Well, that's what I said. May, June. Remember that? What we said here on this blog? You can't make this stuff up. All right. This is going to happen. Again, Loretta Mester, the freaking Lex Luthor, this freak, every single Fed president is going to explode into some kind of a hyper orgasmic state when, again, they start to cut rates, because that's how the Federal Reserve in this case gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Do you realize the power right now of central banks? They are the Federal Reserve, just in case you might not know this, is the most powerful institution in the world, bar none. There's nothing that even comes close. Collectively, central banks are the most powerful organizations on the planet. This has been their goal since their inception, to own it all, to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. You know all this. President after president here of the United States, empowering the Federal Reserve, giving them even more power, enriching the 1% and 2%ers, the so-called, the elite. Yeah, well, the last 3 presidents have made them even more powerful. Meanwhile, sucking it right out of everybody else. That's what's going on. You may not like to hear it, but that's the truth. I know the truth kind of hurts sometimes, and you may think things are going to change, but they ain't. I can promise you that. Anyway. So that's what's going on here. Now, with regard to the market, I know for a fact that you're not fixated on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Of course, that's what the freaking mainstream propaganda ministries want you to look at. The Dow 30. The Dow 30. It's ridiculous. Okay. You and I are watching the debt market. 10-year yield come down a little bit, not much, but down nonetheless. Dollar, the Dixie, still above 104, but it did come down. We had gains for the Dow, gains for the S&P 500, gains for the Nasdaq. Not much. I mean, honestly, let's be honest here. We're talking about the flat line for the most part here. Gold and silver caught a bid today. You got crude oil getting bid higher, cryptocurrencies getting bid higher. This is exactly what you would expect to see. Why do you think he came out, for example? Why do you think the freak today, this thing, was floated out to say this? To say they're going to cut rates 3 times this year. Okay, that's a no-brainer. It's going to happen. There is people, look, it's going to happen. All right, just I know a lot of you don't believe that. Believe me, I hear from you. Believe me, I freaking read the comments. You're going to be wrong because you don't understand what's happening. The Fed already has the economy. The Fed and central banks around the world, they already got the economy by the throat. It's over. They got the consumer dead, buried, with taking on more debt than they ever have in the history of the world. Meanwhile, debt defaults continue to skyrocket. They've already burned through all of their savings here. They can't make ends meet. More people becoming dependent on the system. Okay, all this stuff that you and I have talked about, it's all happening right now. The Federal Reserve, again, to finish what it started, along with other central banks, must cut rates. They have to cut rates because it allows them to inflate. And that's the Achilles heel of central banks, their ability to issue debt. And what did we find out yesterday from this freaking creature? He said that the United States debt is vastly outpacing its economic growth. Well, we have no economic growth, okay? This is going to lead to something very, very bad. Who's supplying all the debt? Oh, wait a minute. It's him. It's this guy, right, Army Mom? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Wow, very nice. Get this, people. You understand what's going on here? So what does this mean for you and me? We could sit here with blah, 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 and freaking blah all day. Okay, this means that you and I are perfectly positioned for what's coming. We couldn't possibly be in better spots. Not only are we betting against the debt, becoming our own central banks, holding assets like physical silver, my favorite asset of all time, gold, platinum, palladium, copper as well here. We're looking for exposure to commodities. You can see, look, Wall Street, they're betting crude's going much, much higher. Duh. Yeah, you think it's not going to? Wait till the Middle East lights up. You're going to be able to see the Middle East from orbit, okay, because it's going to be glowing. That's where this is going. They will kill, maim, slaughter women, children, whoever they got to do to maintain the Federal Reserve. Again, they will point their weaponry, that is the U.S. military, at anybody. Doesn't matter, inward or outward. That's where this is going. And this is war. This is World War III. Again, it's us. It's the coalition, not one member of the BRICS nation is a part of these coalition against the BRICS. That's what this is. Russia trying to get people. Do you think this is not going to get a lot worse? Do you think that diplomacy is really going to help these imbeciles? Okay, that apparently are so-called representatives. They represent nothing. They represent their own interest and that of their families. They represent the central banks, in this case, the Federal Reserve. You got nothing. That you have no representation at all. Zero. And I think we're on the same page with that. People, we got to do something with these thumbs up. Are you trying to tell me I can only get 364 with over 1,300 people here? That's freaking terrible. All right, anyway. Before I let you guys and girls all go, is there anything that you would like to cover specifically? Oh, look at that. Biden, the jobs report. It's proof. It's all fake. We got it. We know it's all fake. They told us it was fake. All the jobs added from last year. We're supposed to believe it's true now? And they're still pushing the GDP. CNBC, Bloomberg, the GDP number's great. Great. Wait till you see what this GDP. We are spending tens of the millions of dollars right now to blow the living hell out of the Middle East. Okay. These Iranian proxies, whatever they are, millions, tens of millions, ain't going to stop. It's going to turn into hundreds of millions. And all of that is going to be added to U.S. GDP. The bigger this war gets, the higher the GDP is going to go. And they're going to tell you how great our economy is doing because they think you're stupid. Army Mom, wow, twice. Yes, he is he's a thing. I can't listen to it. Okay, I can't listen to it. Any of them. Okay, because again, none of these freaks are going to ever tell you the truth. I don't care who they are, who is running for president. They're not going to point their fingers at the Federal Reserve. They're not going to tell you that this organization needs to go. They're not going to tell you that we can't be free until we get rid of the Federal Reserve or central banks around the freaking world. None of them are going to tell you that. Oh no, they're not. All they've done is make the Federal Reserve so powerful, so insurmountable, it's so unbelievably powerful that, I mean, look, none more so than the last three. These last three presidents have taken the cake. They've won the award. And then some. It's pretty freaking pathetic. Absolutely freaking pathetic. Coco, I'm going to get Coco out here. I promise you, people. I really do. I got a question. Where's Coco? I get these things free. Coco is awesome, isn't he? But we'll get Coco out here. I'm saving something. I'm saving something for you guys and girls. And soon you're going to see Coco. It's very cute. Very, very, very cute. You're going to see me in a little outfit. And I think you're going to go nuts. Got it? Anyway, anything else you guys and girls would like to talk about before we get going? Tech Tuesday. Did you like Tech Tuesday? I talked about spark plug gaps, how important that is when you're running boost, and I did not know that. Too much. If you're running a lot of boost, you can actually blow out the spark. Turbochargers, superchargers, and that was happening to me with a wide gap. Had to close the spark plug gap. Went away. All right. Anyway, people, I think that's it. Yes, thank you for that. I got so many tips that I got coming every Tuesday on my Instagram here. I'm going to do a lot of this stuff. R. Autry, thank you. I appreciate that. Superchargers. They do sound awesome. That wine, wow. I love that supercharger wine. Drives me nuts. All right, people, look, this guy, I mean this with all I got. Look, I get a little crazy sometimes, and I get extremely agitated because I can't take this stuff. It makes my blood pressure go to the moon. I got a headache you wouldn't believe right now. I'm sweating. But this stuff, I mean, it's just, it kills me. It's literally going to be the death of me. I don't know. Anyway, what can I tell you, people? All right, look, we got each other's backs, and I love that. Thank you for your support, your love. I don't even know what to say. Okay, this family of ours keeps growing, and I love that. All right, you and me are going to get together right in this exact same spot tomorrow morning here, and we'll cover this. Keep your eyes on the 10-year yield. Keep your eyes on the dollar index. Watch the MMRI, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, real time. Link in the description of this video. Now watch what's going to happen. I'm telling you, they're setting this up. Let me be more specific. We are going to see another attack on a U.S. base in the Middle East. Again, we're in the Middle East. There's bases all over there. Has nothing to do with stopping terrorism. It's all about protecting oil. You understand? Period. We are going to see, unfortunately, more American lives lost. Probably a lot more. We lost 3 last time. They're letting you get used to it. We're going to hear about another Iranian attack on a U.S. base. How can that possibly happen? Like they're not ready for it? Of course, it's going to be allowed to happen. Let's put it that way. We're going to see a lot more American people die. We're going to see a massive outcry here. Again, false flag. This whole thing is a false flag. You're going to see another false flag. Either they're going to hit a U.S. ship badly. They're going to kill a lot of people. Maybe the ship will sink. Or they're going to kill a lot of American service people. I don't know, probably 10 times what they killed last time. They killed 3, they'll probably do 30. You got me on this one? So that's probably where we're at. And then again, they're going to wait for the outcry. And they're going to wait for the people to go outside, hang up their flags, and say, let's kill them all. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do, people. I'm telling you right now. I think we're pretty much on the same page, right? People, again, I love all of you. Thank you for being here with me, honestly, and helping to keep this guy sane. Because without you, I would literally be like in a straitjacket somewhere. There's no doubt about it. I'll see you all in the morning, all right? Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.